Okay, guys, so let's look to see what we have today. Let me start up Thinkorswim. How's everybody doing? Yes, it's Friday, James. What's up, man? All right, so yeah, it's Friday. All right, let's do this. Let me. All right, guys. Yeah, the SPY looks pretty strong. What's up, man? All right, guys. So let's see what we got moving in the market right now. First things first, let us take a look at. Let's see here. Moving today, we have CDMO. CDMO gapping up nicely. We have AMD, the SPY. ATAI looks good. ATAI. CAMP looks good. Gapping up some. PRGS. PRGS gapping up some. Some of these are pretty low volume, but they're still moving some at least. HLIT. HLIT looks good. Gapping up on low volume though. DBVT. DBVT looks okay. Riot. Back up some here to 330 or so. JAGX, former runner. That one looks good. VTVT, another one I've traded before. S&E, the famous SOLY, Soli, gapping up some as well here. And so let's go ahead and look up some news. Break down what's going on with some of these stocks. All right, so CDMO, you can see this top chart here, this upper chart. The reason it is up is because the company reported better than expected Q1 EPS and sales results. So good results for the first quarter, and stock is showing it for CDMO. Or no, that's CAMP. Sorry, CAMP. Let's look at that one real quick. This one's better than expected first quarter results. So this one's gapping up from about $10.40 to about $12 or so. The next one we have is CDMO. This bottom chart here, CDMO. And this one is up because the company reported upbeat fourth quarter results. Janney Capital also upgraded Avid Bioservices from a neutral to a buy, and so that's CDMO. So it was upgraded. It also had strong fourth quarter results for CDMO. And so that's what's going on with that one. What else do we have here? Like I said, let me know if you want me to look up the news on anything specific. I can. We also have PRGS here gapping up. PRGS. I'm assuming this is earnings as well. Yeah, this is better than expected second quarter results, and they also issued strong earnings guidance for PRGS. We also have RIOT, which is up. RIOT. I'm assuming Bitcoin is up when I see a move like that for RIOT. Let's look at Bitcoin now. Bitcoin is at 11,600, so it's up a little bit. Probably was its strongest yesterday. Anything specific you guys want to see now? We got STZ, maybe a little bit out of my price range. But the SPY in general, looking really strong, up to 292. OSTK looks interesting as well. Yeah, a bunch of earnings today, really. A lot of earnings, for sure. All right, guys. Let's do this. What's everybody's main watch? Like I said, AMD. Let me look up the market news in general today. Let me look to see what's going on in the market in general. PRGS. Yeah, I mean, those look pretty decent. AMD, Roku, PRGS, we could take a look at that one as well. Oh yeah, last night, yesterday I made I made a pretty decent gain yesterday. I ended up keep trading. It was the first day I kind of felt good enough to continue trading. And so I did trade some yesterday. I got it on video just so you guys can see I'm not faking anything or making up results. Hold on, let me find that video. And I can show you guys that video. I made about $200 yesterday, but let me find it. Got to figure out what I did with it though. This PC, it should be in quick access. There it is. All right. Whoa. There we go. All right, so here's my trade from yesterday. You can see, just to be quick with it, I can go through it. It was on CGC for a VWAP bounce. I got out for $218. Can you guys see that? I think you should be able to see that. Yeah, I mean, this is just the video. You can see it go all the way through, so you know I'm not like faking it. Here's the video. Ended the day with $218 yesterday. You can see my account balance as well. I mean, but yeah, $218 on CGC. It was a nice VWAP bounce play. If we look at it here, it got really close to my risk. I even drew it out. So this was my risk level, this bottom line right here on CGC. And look how close it got. I mean, it did test my risk level, but it ultimately gave me really nice confirmation in it. Like, look how close it got to this risk level. It really kind of, you know, it tested it once right here. But whenever it tests it like this and then it bounces back up, it just gives me really nice confirmation. And look at the spike we got afterwards. And so the risk level was solid. And yeah, it ended up working out. Yeah, you should be able to see my account balance as well. Let me see. Anytime I don't make a video about it and kind of show everything, I feel like I need to show the transparency behind it, you know. Yeah, my account balance is up to 373. I was up over 400 in profit in this account, but after commissions yesterday, 373, which is definitely acceptable. I think I started the day yesterday at 212, and so should have been 424, but 373 is not bad. Lost about $50 or so on commission, so I'll take it. It was about 1,000 shares, I believe. So I made around 20 cents a share or so. Whew. To be honest, guys, I'm still feeling kind of nauseous today. It sucks because I'm supposed to go on vacation. I'm supposed to go on vacation in the next day or two to Michigan to see my wife's family, but man, I'm still feeling kind of rough. Do I ever use the whole buying power? I mean, not that I can think of. I mean, I have a lot of buying power on this account, so I mean, 240,000. That's a ton. What's up, Shreet? What's up, man? Good morning, brother. You know, so I mean, I use a decent amount of buying power. It just depends on what I'm trading. Today I'm going to be watching AMD. I'm just hope I'm feeling good enough today, so I need to make a video today. I need to make a video today, and I went out and bought myself like a nice camera yesterday, and whoa, look at Rite Aid. Wow. Rite Aid's making a comeback, man. What's going on with this? I used to have a ton of Rite Aids by my house. I don't know if anybody grew up in the South or anything like that. But I don't know if anybody remembers Eckerd's. It was kind of like a Rite Aid or a Walgreens before CVS and Walgreens really took over. It was called Eckerd's. We used to have some of those by my house, but we had some Rite Aids too. Let's see what's going on with it. Nice, really volatile movement for Rite Aid. Really, I don't know if yeah. So Rite Aid reported a wider than expected loss for the first quarter, but it's up some. Why is it up? Let's look it up. It's got a. I mean. Oh, Amazon partnership is what's going on with Rite Aid. So apparently there was a Rite Aid Amazon partnership. So I guess that's what's going on with it. It's an Amazon partnership. Hey, Shreep's already on it. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. What's up, Sebastian? What's up, man? Welcome, bro. Yeah, I mean, first hour or so before the bell, we kind of just talk about what's moving, and then once the bell rings, I'll actually trade, and then I have a partner that trades as well. But yeah, Rite Aid, it should be tradable for me, I think. Let me see. It should be. I would think it is. Because, I mean, it's looking pretty volatile. It's got a big range in it so far. Yeah, Rite Aid's tradable, so I can trade that one. So I'll watch Rite Aid for sure. It looks interesting. I'll definitely keep an eye on it. But yeah, the SPY is up. Let me look up the overall market news. Let's look it up. All right, so the benchmark, we're getting quote, and this is from Thinkorswim. It looks like it's from MT Newswires. And so it says, quote, the benchmark U.S. oil futures contract continued its slide and is now below $98 a barrel in its electronic trading Wednesday after the American Petroleum Institute reported a big jump in crude oil supplies yesterday. And this came out. Never mind, this is completely wrong. I apologize. It looks like there we go. This is a little bit better. Okay, sorry about that, guys. So, quote, and this is from MT Newswires. So, U.S. stock futures were set for an upbeat open on the final trading day of the second quarter as markets remained focused on the meeting between leaders of the world's two largest economies at the G20 summit in Osaka, Japan. Dow futures increased 0.32%, S&P futures rose 0.23%, while the Nasdaq futures inched 0.10% higher. Traders are waiting for the outcome of a key meeting on trade between President Donald Trump and Xi Jinping. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing that correctly. Oil prices nudged higher with global benchmark Brent crude up 0.21% and U.S. crude West Texas Intermediate up 0.3%. So interesting here. We'll see what we get today. Market's looking pretty strong. Let me know. Yeah, let me know what you all's main watch is today. But we got. It looks like a bullish pre-market session, and so maybe look for some pullbacks. Maybe look for some breakouts. It just depends on what we see. What happens specifically at the open and with our scanners. Also, go check out Trade Ideas. Super cool company. Really dynamic, customizable scanners. Allow you to do a lot of different stuff with them. And so go check them out. I'll post that link here as well. Cool enough to let me stream their scans every day. And so, super dynamic, customizable scanners. As you'll see once we get closer to the trading day, I've built scanners around my own strategies. And that's the great thing about Trade Ideas is that you can kind of build... scanners around the different strategies you use, and so it's pretty cool. Let's see here. What's up, the best? What's up, man? There's the Trade Ideas link if you want to see that as well. So yeah, I bought me a new, I'm using a USB 3 monitor. So I'm using a USB 3 monitor. It's a 720 monitor. It's a 15-inch portable USB 3 monitor on my laptop. I've got a nice little, I finally built my nice little traveling trading station. That's cool, man. You guys want to see a picture of my trading station? Alright, but yeah, watching the SPY, watching a few of these movers here. Alright, guys. FRSX, let's check it out. Yeah, this one looks good. It's moving up some, and it's got a pretty big percentage move. Not that much volume anymore, but it's still worthy to keep an eye on, I think. It's still moving decent here, and so it's got a little bit of volume. That's what I'm ultimately watching here. It doesn't look too bad. Again, I mean, we're going to see what we can get with it. It has a decent percentage move. It's gapping up from 140 to 170, so about 30 cents, which is a pretty big percentage relative to the price of the actual stock. And so, yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. Main watches today, AMD, CGC, Cron, OSTK, RAD, what else do we have? ATAI, CDMO, PRGS looks good, earnings play, but I can probably trade that one. LJPC, if it's still tradable for me, is gapping up some. LJPC. Let me look to see if that one's still actually tradable or not. Yeah, LJPC is tradable. MU. Yeah, we can look at MU. Yeah, MU looking really strong here. Same thing with AMD. MU and AMD both look really bullish. But they're up so much already, I'm going to look to see if they drop some, really. See if we can catch that. Yeah, mostly looking to short today. It just depends. If the market starts to rip and doesn't really pull back any and looks really strong, then I'm not going to short anything, obviously. But if we get some low of the day breaks and some weakness, then I might attack some shorts. And so that's kind of what I'm looking at now. I see you talking about Jeff Bezos. Who get this? What are you saying over there, man? You saying he's bald? He looks like the bald man? Nike. We can look at Nike. Nike looks okay. Basically break even though after all this volatility. It gapped down to 79.50s. And then it's back up to 83.54. So we can go ahead and look up that news here as well for Nike. Alright, so this is from earnings. Fourth quarter results. Sales were better than expected. Earnings missed. Revenue increased 4%. Beat the estimate. So Nike doing okay. Their expenses jumped. And so Nike did so and so. I mean, it's been they did all right, you know. CZR looks all right, just low volume. I don't know if I like the low volume. How long have I been trading? About 2 years, maybe a little bit over 2 years. And it took every minute of that to actually be profitable as well. No problem. OPP. I'm just gonna call you OPP. It's easier. DBVT gapping up. Yeah, I'm gonna watch Riot too. The crypto stocks. I mean, crypto's been pretty volatile, so I might as well keep an eye on those as well. See what we get. You know, some of the better plays here, like if you think about it like this, right? I'll give you guys an easier trade idea. We got Huguetes over there talking about watching other chat rooms, man. I see you, bro. I see you, man. Huguetes over there talking about other chat rooms, man. I see you. What was I saying before that? Oh yeah. So one of the easiest plays is sympathy plays from Bitcoin and their related stocks. You know, like think about it like this. Bitcoin is open 24/7, right? And so when Bitcoin spikes, when the market is closed, then you're almost certain to get at least a little bit of a spike from some of these Bitcoin and crypto blockchain related stocks at the open the next day because Bitcoin's already surged and the sympathy movement from Bitcoin to the Bitcoin and crypto and blockchain stocks is almost certain, you know. Basically, the crypto stocks are almost guaranteed going to bounce if Bitcoin goes up a few $1,000s, you know, and so it's one of those easier plays that people just jump in and just attack the open. You would have to trade in pre-market to really take advantage of it, but, you know, it's still one of the easier, more self-evident stock plays, you know what I mean? What's up, Felix? Good morning, man. What's up, brother? All right. All right, guys. Let's do this. I'm just trying to drink Sprite this morning. I'm not even drinking coffee because my stomach's bothering me. Ugh. Let's do this. All right, guys. We got about 10 minutes. I wonder if CAMP is in turn tradable. Let me see. Let's go ahead and look at some of these. How many of these are actually tradable for me? So CAMP is tradable. CDMO is not. ATAI is not. PRGS is. LJPC is. I checked that one earlier. DBVT is. So not bad. Most of these are tradable for me. Riot is. NPTN is, I think. Yeah, NPTN is. So a lot of these are actually tradable. NPTN. We'll see if we can trade some of these penny stocks today. Riot. We got some options. Coke? I don't know. I don't know if Coke's better. I think really ginger ale is probably the best thing for nausea. Ginger ale is probably the best thing for nausea, you know. We also have SOLY, which was a former runner. It's gapping up some here. I think it's at a very, very interesting level here for SOLY. So if you look at SOLY, look at this very obvious level right here. On the daily chart, if you look at the daily chart on SOLY, look at this. So now at this point, it's just kind of wondering, like if I clear all this out, just to show you what I mean here. Look at that. This is like one of the levels with the most confirmations for SOLY. So what it does here is pretty significant. Wait, actually it's gapping up, isn't it? It's up to 1520, so it is now here. So yeah, so now it's up to here. What it does here is going to be important because it's confirmed this level at around 14 over and over and over again. Do you know the most volatile stocks that stick to bounce fade on the VWAP? All I know is my favorite ones to trade. And you'll see I trade the same ones kind of over and over again because that's what works. You know what I mean? That's just what works. And so you'll see me trade for VWAP fades. I like CGC, AMD, CRON, RQ, and ROKU, and SQ. Those are usually what I attack VWAP fades with. Now for bounces, it's a little bit different. For bounces, I kind of like CGC, AMD somewhat, and then I will look at like HTZ, OSTK, and so it's a little bit different for bounces, but you know they still typically work. All right, guys, but let's get ready here. Let's do this. All right, guys. So now that it is around 8:22, DRIP. Yeah, look at that spike up. We just want to see volume to accompany it, though, because at this point the spread is $1. It has $1 spread, and so yeah, we want to see that volume come in, and we did get a little bit, but the spread is so crazy right now. I'm not toying with that. We'll see. You know, it is spiking up some. Like I said, we'll watch CDMO today. A lot of these are tradable for me. So, like, CAMP is one I'll keep an eye on for a fade. PRGS, I'll keep an eye on for a fade. ATAI, LJPC looks okay. DBVT looks all right. So, I'll watch some of these for fades. And then the ones I typically watch as well. All right, guys. All right, guys, let's do it. How do I know which stocks I can trade? Mostly just from if you go to the trade manager, I can check them right here. And so MPTN, you can see, is CDMO is not, CAMP is, PRGS is. The reason it says, you can see the Y next to is tradable right here. You can see that Y. That just lets me know it's tradable. All right, guys, let's do this. Market looking strong. Market looking pretty strong here. We got 5 minutes. Let's get everything ready here. We'll get the intraday scanners up. Like I said, you can also request any specific scanners that you want to see. And so if you have any specific ones you want to see, let me know. We can get those set up. And shout out to Trade Ideas for that. There we go. I think we're good. It should be good. Yep, we got charts up, scanners. All right. Yeah, like I said, go check out Trade Ideas. Best scanners in the game, in my opinion. You can see I'll put up this VWAP fade scan that I have. And so you can build kind of scans around the different strategies you use. Really, really useful. There's the Trade Idea scanners if you want to check those out. Yeah, VWAP bounce is just one of the strategies I use. It's a very specific strategy. It's just one of the ones I use. So here I can send you a video, James, if you haven't seen this one. It's one of the classes we have. It's one of the free classes we have on technical analysis and kind of documenting support and resistance. So I'll try to find that if you haven't seen it. There it is. All right, guys, we got less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. Let's do this. Yeah, there it is right there. Yeah, no worries, man. All right, guys, we got 15 seconds. 15 seconds. All right, guys, we got about a minute left. All right, guys, here's the bell. Coming up in about 30 seconds, guys. All right, guys, let's do this. Just going to get ready. Got some charts up. Got a few things I'm looking at, so doesn't look too shabby here. We got about 15 seconds. See what else we get today. All right, here's the bell, guys. Good luck. Okay, so all right, we got a drop in the overall market. The SPY is dropping now. It's down to 31, or AMD's down to 31 here. But the SPY is dropping, AMD's dropping. We got CGC dropping. A lot of stuff dropping today. Let's see what we get, guys. Market dropping. AMD dropping, CGC. Market spiking all the way back up here. The market's up to 290, 260s. We might see a little bit of a rebound with some of these as well. AMD doesn't look bad, though. We got the market spiking. If AMD can keep dropping here, I might consider a fade on AMD if it can keep dropping. CGC as well. We got AMD doesn't look bad. I would have to use like 3104 as my risk, which doesn't look terrible necessarily, but those wicks at the bottom make me trust it a little bit less. All right, SPY's pushing up some. SPY's looking strong, and so I don't know if I'm gonna short AMD. SPY's looking too strong. Yeah, maybe maybe this fade. I mean, I think the fade would have stopped me out. Sorry, guys. A little nauseous still today. AMD, maybe. I mean, I think it would have still faked me out. So, still too early in the day. But the SPY's looking really bullish here. We got LK making moves here, too. LK's pushing up. We got Roku pulling back to the VWAP. Maybe Roku's going to do a VWAP bounce. We'll see. Just looking for a little bit more weakness, and I can go ahead and add this VWAP fade scan here. All right, we got our little VWAP fade scanner here, and CAMP apparently is doing it. SQ fade. Yeah, CAMP is popping up on the fade scanner. AMD's fading some. SQ's pushing up. I think SQ might be a bounce, actually. All right, if this pike, I can slowly start to scale into CGC, and I don't hate this here. I can use just over the $0.50 as my risk, and so if it can get up to like 35, 40, I'll consider it with CGC, and then just give myself a pretty tight 10-cent risk or so. Is what I'm looking at now. We'll see. But AMD's not looking bad either, especially that it kind of put in these lows here. So it's not looking too rough there either. Especially as it bounces up here, it's got some resistance above it, and you could use like a 5-cent risk for AMD. It's just a tiny risk. Get in with a few hundred shares, see if it washes out. Might be what I consider. SQ is bouncing. Nice little VWAP bounce there for SQ. Cron running. Yeah, Cron's spiking up some. CGC's dropping, which is interesting. But that means we got to kind of look at CGC to see how bullish it's going to get. Because if it gets really strong here, we got to be careful. ATAI is getting rejected at those highs. SQ, really strong VWAP bounce there for SQ. Really strong VWAP bounce. Bouncing really, really nicely here. All right, we got big washout in AMD, and maybe I should have gotten some shares. I called this one out, but like I said, it never quite got up to my entry, so I can't really call it a miss necessarily, and that's okay. All right, so we are getting some nice drops here. I might start to consider AMD for a fade now. I mean, if it gets up to 96, it's got a tight risk, big reward, and a lot of resistance above it at 96. And so we're going to look for AMD to pull back to 96 now. We can also look at MU here. If MU gets back to 39.11, I could make a 39.24 risk, so about 24 cents. SQ is looking strange here. It pulled back to the VWAP already after ripping some. Alright, so we're going to look at AMD, MU. Those are the ones I'm really looking at now. PRGS is dropping apparently as well. That was on my list this morning, but not quite a fade. Alright, AMD pulling back. See, my entry's 95, and so I'm going to jump in with 100 shares here for AMD. Maybe wait a little bit longer, see if we get a bigger spike up here. I just want a little bit bigger of a spike up to AMD. We'll see. Sevens. If we can get up to 90, I'll buy 100 shares, and then I'll add some more to it up to about 300 once it gets up to 95 or so, if it can get up there. Alright, I'm going to buy 100 here, try to scale in with 300 shares in the next 10 cents. And that way I have a few if it does this. But if it gets higher, I can add a little bit more. But, man, I wanted to get in more. It was a little bit early. I really did want to get in. I wanted to get in much more shares than this. But it was a little bit early, and I'm also looking at CGC. If we can get up to 30, if we can get up to 20 or so, I'll take it. But man, AMD, I'm disappointed. I mean, I got in with 100 shares, but it's nothing. At least it builds me a cushion, but still frustrating for sure. Just because I wanted much more than this. You guys heard my plan. I was going to scale in for the next 100 shares. And this is why you scale in the first place. If it starts to drop like this a little bit early, but unfortunate. Well, I tried to get out of 50 there, but unfortunate. Still want a little bit more, but we'll give it some time. SQ's looking weak. Maybe CGC as well. What's the SPY doing? I'll add some more to it if we can get down there. I just never got my full sizing. 100 shares, I mean. Alright. I mean, I'm going to add 50 here and take a little bit bigger swing. See if we can get a little bit larger of a move at least. We'll see. That way, I mean, I can still get my full sizing back. Keep adding as it moves back to my original entry. And that way, if it washes out, I've got a few more shares. But want a little bit more still. Now that the VWAP's at 91... I could start to add a little bit more here. Alright, added another 50 shares. Gonna look to add maybe a little bit more if it can get back up there. Maybe another 100 or 2 if it can get back up there. Hey, we also got CGC that's up there. I mean, I could try CGC here too. At least I was able to add a little bit to this one. Still not the shares I wanted, but it's better than what I had. That's much better. Alright, I took half off there. I still got 100 shares. Gonna let this last little bit work. Got a little bit better position than that first one, but man, still not as big of sizing. I wanted 300 or 400 shares. It is what it is, but I'll take it, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and get out, and then I'm just going to hold this last little 50 shares so I can focus on other stuff here, because I feel like I'm missing other plays, and this one might bounce. And so it was a nice washout. I can add back to it if it gets back up to the VWAP. Added a little bit to it, was able to make some a little bit better than what I made. But with that, I'm gonna look for some other stuff now. This one looks like it would have been a good one as well. CGC. Gonna look at Roku as well. I mean, if Roku pulls back to the VWAP, I'll definitely consider that one too. I'm going to get out here. $25 gain. I'll take it. I'm just going to look to add back to it. I don't know how much more AMD is going to drop. We'll see. I think I got most of the range out of that one. Alright, guys. Well, kind of a dull day. Look at this fade here as well. AMD's kind of hanging out down there. What else do we have today, guys? I mean, what else is on my list? I can't remember. Getting some flushes. Just kind of waiting here. Let me know if you guys see any fades. I mean, the SPY is just taking a hit here. And I think that's what we're getting this washout from a lot of these other stocks as well. Is because the SPY is taking a dive. Look at the SPY move here, guys. SPY is getting hammered. We'll see what we get here. Just kind of patiently waiting. Let's see what other scans we have here. Breaking out, we got SGH here. But yeah, the SPY is just tanking right now. Honestly, this one popped up on my VWAP fade scan, CAMP, and I might consider this one. The problem with it is the spread. The spread is pretty rough here, and it's about an 8-cent spread. No, it's not that bad. 5 cent now, 4 cent. 3 cent now. Not bad spread now. We'll see. But this one did pop up on my VWAP fade scan. PRGS, not looking that hot. We got ZYNE looking pretty strong here. Look at can't pull back here. I mean, the volume's low. We got a nice gap up. And I really do like it now. The problem is the spread. 6-cent spread. If it can clear out a little bit, I'll take CAMP here. If it can clear out a little bit. Like, if it can get down to 4 cents, I'll take it. But at 6-cent spread, it's just too much. Let's see if we can get it clear out a little bit. Like I said, I'll take it if it clears out. The spread, man. The spread kept me from doing it. Here's the washout. I mean, even here it's not bad, but we gotta have that spread clear out. Right now it's a 11-cent spread. That's just too much. I needed to get back up to the VWAP at the 60s and then even out a little bit because the spread's just too much for me right now. It's a 10-cent spread. It's a 7-cent spread now. Man, AMD's taking a dive here too. 6-cent spread. Yeah, it's just got to clear out some. Problem is, like, I want to get in CAMP, but the spread's too rough and the volume's so low that if I wanted to add to it to maybe improve my position, I don't know if it would necessarily work out as well because the volume's just so rough here. PRGS is starting to wash and test these low of the days down here. Honestly, all right. I jumped in CAMP with 100 shares. We'll see what happens. The spread's only 4 cents. A little bit worse than I like, and I think the spread's going to toy me around a little bit, but I can still try. I can still attempt to. There we go. We'll see if we get a flush. Just a very small position here. The spread's kind of gnarly on it, so. But it's an overextended gap up, big gap up. We got a lot of resistance built up above it at this point, right around this 80 level. And so it's not too bad. Nice, James. How much did you make today, James? I didn't see. Sorry, brother. Alright, so I added another 100 here to CAMP. Alright, if it breaks 1180, I'll get out of it. I saw an ad spot. It was my spread was a little bit better at that spot, so I took it. But like I said, maybe this is the wrong move. We'll see if we can get a flush back down. The volume's low, and so we're still okay, I think, but gotta watch it closely for sure. Nice, James. Congrats, man. Hey, bro, you've been doing really well, man. Happy for you, brother. Oh, sorry, man. I must have missed it earlier, bro. But congrats, man. Happy for you, bro. Yeah, there's 61s. Not too shabby 60s. All right, so we're getting a little bit of a volume spike up here. Like I said, I mean, I can pretty comfortably use this 1180s as my risk. And I built up enough profits to where this one's not going to hurt that bad if it goes against me. Just trying to take a little bit larger trade. We also have AMD moving back up to the VWAP. It's just already faded multiple times. That's the only problem. Also looking at AMD, like I said, if it gets up to 3080, I might consider AMD. Hey man, happy for you, brother. Nice, man. Yeah, you've been on fire lately, brother. So keep at it. Remember, stay disciplined and selective, and yeah, you can do this, man. All right, so we're right up to the 70s. Like I said, 80s is kind of my risk. If it squeezes over that, I got to get out. But we'll see. Very small trade. Oh, and while I'm sitting here, if anybody wants to use the same platform and broker that Mitch and I use, go check out TradeNet. For less than $300, you get $14,000 in buying power with their funded account. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade as much as you want. The commissions are pretty cheap. That's one of the ways I can use 50, 100 shares is because my commissions are less than $5 per round trip if I use small sizing. There is a profit split. It's basically organized like a prop firm. And so if you want more information about that, go check out this link. Like I said, there's a lot of big benefits to it. And there are some cons as well. So if you want the full kind of walkthrough on their pros and cons, I'll post that video here as well. Let me find it. There it is. So yeah, if you want the full walkthrough on their pros and cons, I'll post this here as well for you to check out. And also shout out to Trade Ideas. Really cool company. Super dynamic, customizable scanners. Allow you to do a lot of different stuff with them. And so I'll post this link one more time. And you can go check out Trade Ideas. There you go. All right, so kind of in limbo here with CAMP. We'll see if we get a breakdown. That's ultimately what we're looking for. Only in with 200 shares. Scaled in a little bit here with 200 shares. We just need to see the spread get a little bit better, which it did. Ultimately, we want to see a break underneath this level right here. And what we may actually get, and what you see a lot of times with these, is you'll see the stock kind of just consolidate like this. Bounce back and forth, up, down, from the top of the range to the bottom of the range. And so that's not what we want to see. We just want to see a breakdown here. There's 56. There we go. 54. Not too shabby. We'll see if we get an actual breakdown here, though. That's what we want to see. I mean, the reason I can take such small size here is because if it breaks down, I mean, this thing's big gap up, at least down to 10s. We have some room down to at least 10s, and so that's what we want to see here. Like I said, though, it may kind of bounce off this range like they do a lot of the time. And so we just need to be prepared for that as well. And that's what you'll see a lot. Like this. But it's still at the bottom of the range, and so we're still okay. Alright, and like I said, we might get this consolidation in between this high and low right here, which is what you see a lot of the time. So we'll just try to let it work, give it some time here. Hey, nice Sid, happy for you, man. Yeah, man, I mean, people give us some hate, but the truth is, like, we just try to teach people what works for us. And it might not work for you, and that's okay. And we do it for free, you know. And so, that's what we're all about, man. We just try to teach people what actually works. And not this kind of nonsense penny stock 1,000% gains in 5 seconds. You know, not this. You can make $5 million in 1 week if you buy my trading course. You know, that's not what we're about. But there we go. Oh, that's AMD. All right, down to 62, 60. We'll see if we get this flush here. Our average apparently is 60, 1160, so not too shabby. Let's see. Yeah, 1160 is our average. Not too bad. Here's 59s. $57s. We'll see if we get this flush here. That's what we're looking for. Again, I mean, we want to see it under the $0.50. And it might consolidate in this range. We don't want to see it. We want to see it preferably break down. And at the same time, though, I'm looking at other stocks to see what we can get. We're still roughly at the bottom of the range here. So we've got a little bit of time to let it just mess around here. Ultimately, our goal is at least 1120 right here. If it can break down to 1120, we can take a reasonable profit right here from 1120, and I think that is the next pivot area as well. If it breaks down under 1150, it may bounce at 1120. So that's our goal. That's the low of the day, previous low of the day, and that's what we ultimately want to see it break down to is 1120 right here. Alright, so we're getting a squeeze up. Again, I mean, we're still at the bottom of the range underneath the VWAP. We just want to see this area hold and get rejected. Still at the bottom of the range, though. We also have AMD breaking down pretty nicely here as well. AMD flushing down. Still roughly at the bottom of the range. SQ falling down some. Getting a little bit of a squeeze up here. Like I said, the risk level is 1180 or so. All right, we also have SQ. I could look for the same type of play here on SQ. Roku looks okay. AMD, if we can get back up there. If Roku can pull back, I'll consider that too. SQ, I do like SQ though. Hey guys, I realize I don't have my phone. I'm gonna go look for my phone. I'll be right back. All right, we're at 63. Let's see if we get this breakdown here. Found my phone. All right, we are getting some bounces back on some of these VWAP plays like SQ, Roku, AMD, and so we do have some options now with speaking about VWAP fades, and so we'll see if we can get some here. I'm not really sure, Shreve. I'm not really super well versed in that one. Not sure. We do have a SPY bouncing back here. All right, and so with AMD and Roku and SQ even too, SQ is getting pretty close here. It's just about which one has the best risk reward. I think it's. I don't know if it would be. Roku or SQ here. Alright, so we're getting a squeeze up. Getting pretty close to my risk level. Alright, so we are getting a squeeze up. Probably going to have to get out of this one here. It's right at the top of the range. Oof. Yeah, I'm not trying to get caught in this. I'm going to get out of here. $20 loss, very small, minor loss. Now I'm looking at SQ. But yeah, definitely that first trade on the day made this one a little bit easier. I'm looking at SQ here. What's my risk? 68. My risk is about 50 cents, and so we can take a few shares of that one for now. Maybe I got faked out here. It's been happening more and more, fake outs in the market. I mean, I made $200 yesterday, so I'm not really going to beat myself up over a $20 loss on the day. Yep. Yeah, those are 1 minute. Maybe I should have gotten on Roku. Roku's fading. Yeah, these are very active channels. Alright, so SQ is squeezing up here. I really kind of wanted to try Roku. I thought Roku's pattern was a little bit better. But it never quite got up to the VWAP. And so Roku's still okay. I mean, I could add a little bit more here. Or SQ's still okay. I could add a little bit more because honestly, it's not quite at the VWAP. Alright, so I added another 100 there. I'm risking about 25 bucks on this trade or so, maybe a little bit less. Or maybe a little bit more. My risk is about 20, or no, my entry is about 20, not too bad. Alright, so I think a lot of it also is dependent on what the SPY specifically does right here. If the SPY continues to rebound, you know, that may be a more bullish sign for some of these. The reason I like SQ is because it has all this resistance above it. It has resistance here. It's got it here. It's got it here. And so if it can kind of maintain over that, it's looking better. And which is kind of why I added to it. I can maybe add some more here, but it just depends. We'll see how well SQ can hold under this. It's down to 21. Alright guys, we got Mitch here now.
What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Alright, we should have Mitch here now, I think. You there?
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
What's up? Alright, can you guys hear Mitch? I think y'all can. There we go.
What's going on, guys? How we doing?
Alright. So, kind of a slow day. I'm in SQ for a fade, but I think we'll see what happens. Small position.
Yeah, that was a real pretty one, LJPC.
It's back up there now, but second fades are a little bit worse.
All right, I have a starter here. Well, full size here, SWKS.
There goes Roku again. Here, I could put Mitch up here while I'm in this one. There we go.
Just got to be careful here. Start holding above 45s.
Alright, we got AMD pushing back up there. I might consider that one. I'm in SQ right now. SQ's looking a little bit better, starting to break down here for me. Alright guys, so as you can see, my SQ's working, and so I almost added to it. Maybe I should have.
The one I was looking for a VWAP bounce, CVM, just never got to $8. Was looking for it to come to VWAP. Was going to take a VWAP bounce on that one. That one's up there to 846, starting the day at 780.
Yeah, that one looks strong.
Yep.
Alright, so SQ breaking down to 72. The goal here is to see it actually break 72. We want to see the $72 level break, and then it crack down to 71.50 preferably. We'll see if we actually get it or not. It's going to be kind of a, you know, a little bit less percentage play, but you know, it's still worth a shot. Maybe I'll add a little bit to it before then, since I've already gotten a decent amount of green on this trade. Try to give it a decent shot to add another 50 shares to it. Full size 150 now. We'll see. Put Mitch up halfway so we can kind of watch both of ours. There we go. So you can kind of see both of our trades. That works. there's 16. We'll see if we get that breakdown. It's down testing the whole dollar, which is what we wanted here. We're going to see if we get that full breakdown to at least the 80s is what we really want to see. Not too shabby. I could probably take 75 off here. I think is like a reasonable way to do it. Yeah, still got 75 left. All right, so yeah, there's the breakdown we wanted with SQ. We'll see if we get a little bit bigger breakdown here. It's down to 95. We want to see it down to the half dollar, at least 50 maybe. At least that's what we're looking at now. So we'll see if we get that breakdown. I like SQ because it's got a big range. Alright, so there's 97s. We'll see if we get the flush down to 71.50. Again, kind of another wishy-washy day with me. You know, we'll see what we get with this trade, but let's see. Yeah. Kind of a coin flip day, it seems. SPY's giving us a really nice flush. That should really help this one, honestly, if it continues. What we don't want to see is the SPY bounce here, because then SQ might bounce, being a decent cap tech stock. Alright, SQ bouncing up. It's up to 72.04. I mean, it's still a green trade, but let's see if we get that flush down here. There's 99s, 98s.
All right. Don't want to see the bid hold 50 here. See the bid hold 50 here, I'll get out. Or the ask it to 60, I'll get out. That's what the risk is.
All right, we are getting a bounce up on SQ. Luckily, I took profits that first time. And it's kind of a coin flip day. I mean, I think I'm up or down like $1 right now. With a few $30 gains, a few $50 gains. Or one $50 gain, a few $30, $20 gains. I could also add my sizing back here if I'm confident that SQ is going to continue. But I don't know if I am. My original entry was 20, 19. Alright, so if the SPY, or if SQ could... Alright, so there we go. Alright, so we'll see what we get here. We're currently down a few dollars. We just want to see, ultimately, if I pull up my chart here, we just want to see SQ hold this 20 level. And if it doesn't, we just got to get out of it. You know, you can see this 30 level. That's ideally, that's the level we want to see hold. And we'll stay at it until it breaks that. It's up to 25s. 24s.
It's kind of a dull day today.
Yeah, man. Just a little slow. I mean, we've gotten some good fades, honestly. AMD faded. SPY faded in general. Alright, so we're back up to that 30s. Yeah, it's been kind of a coin flip day for me. A few green trades, a few red trades. Alright, I'm out. $18 loss in the day. Very minuscule and minor. SQ just looks like it's breaking these highs here. I can't mess with that there. I could look at Roku, maybe try to get in that. Yeah, it happens, Sid, for sure. So AMD's right up to 60, so we're really, I could probably scale into AMD here and look for another fade. I mean, it's such a small day so far. I'm going to buy 50 or 100 shares here on AMD. Not what I wanted. Got in a little bit late, it seems. Yeah, it's a tough day. It's a coin flip day, you know. Best way I can describe it. Just
Would have hit the ad there. I already have full power here, so just gotta let it go. See if we can break down and get underneath VWAP here. There, John?
yeah, I'm here. Oh, sorry. Oh, my bad, man. I muted myself on your end because there's an echo.
Had that feeling.
Yeah.
You get back into square? Or?
No, I got out of square. It just squeezed up too high, and I ended the trade down like $16, so it's just a minor trade. I'm in AMD now, looking to, if it bounces up, to scale into it a little bit more, but if not, I'm just gonna hold my little few shares. I'm just another one of those days where I'm just not really feeling it. Just a little dull. I mean, yesterday I ended good, but I think I got a little stubborn yesterday.
Happens.
Yeah, and so I'm just trying to kind of bounce back from the stubbornness, maybe.
All right, let's see if the SPY just flushed it out here.
Looking at Roku here as well. AMD so dull, I can look at Roku. Let's see, risk. Preferred entry would be like 84. Risk would be 25. Risk is about 40 cents. Small share size for Roku. Big range, small size, 25 shares. Ah, look at SQ fake me out, man. Did it again. Oh well. Ah, look at SQ, man. Unfortunate. There's the SPY breaking lows too.
Oof. Looks like Square just stopped you out for a little bit there.
Yeah, man, got faked out.
Yeah, I had the chart pulled up. I was thinking about taking it, but I don't have any buying power anymore. So it's just how it is. Sometimes, it touches that VWAP real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah, it was too risky. It could have gotten squeezed up. I like the resistance above it, but it is what it is. I mean, it's just a coin flip day. I mean, it's not. If I was down a lot on the day, that probably would have been frustrating. But to me, it's just kind of like, well, I had a good day yesterday. I think that makes me feel better. I made 215 yesterday, which was like the biggest gain I've made all week. And so even with these small trades, I don't think I'm gonna end red, no matter what, on the week at least.
Man, there was a couple early fades that were really nice.
Yeah, I got into one on AMD. I got on one on AMD, and then I can't remember the other one. I think AMD was the main one, but we had a few for sure. And I mean, Roku was a break-even trade. Now that I look at it, I ended it up $1 something.
And this is probably just going to be the only trade for me today, guys. Either it's going to go my way or I'm just going to go ahead and call it a day. I haven't been getting much sleep lately, so.
All right, so I'm in Roku. We'll see. SPY bouncing. Don't think it's gonna be great for this one, but at this point, just a little minor, small day. All right, so we are getting AMD bounce a little bit here. Maybe it could add to it. Same thing with Roku possibly here. Maybe I could add to it.
You guys seen SWKS squeeze here? Might have to just cover and get out. SPY coming back to VWAP.
No, it looks like Roku's squeezing up here, which is not bad for me. I mean, I could add to my position now that it is, but I think I got to be pretty tight with it and keep it right around my risk, right around 15.
All right, guys, that's definitely going to be the high that I'm going to let it go to. Anything above that high, we'll go ahead and cover 55. So 56. 56 will get out. I saw it hold there. Going to give it that chance to break down here below VWAP. Hopefully we can get this knock right back down and gets below VWAP and starts holding below VWAP and then can make its way to 77. We can make a nice gain for the day, nice gain for the week. Overall, up $400 for the week. Trying to go ahead and finish the day with a nice trade here and kill it. That's the only way we could do it.
Yep. Looks a lot better now, too. You got that really obvious high right there.
So what's going on, traders?
Oh.
Hit me up in the chat.
I've been muted for a little bit, man. My bad. It looks a lot better there. It's got that really obvious high now for you.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's going to be really based on the SPY. The SPY gave it that first momentum. That's what this was right here.
Right.
That's that first momentum move. Now we've just been waiting. Now we gotten that one up, one down, two up, two down, three up. Definitely don't want to see it past that. We want to see it break the support here at 77.35, head to 77.20.
Yeah.
But like always, traders, I let the trade work. If it goes my way, it goes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I already got into the trade. I know my established risk and reward. It's a 15-cent risk for a 40-cent gain. All right, this is going to be a key point. Don't want it filling up size here and bouncing, want it just flushing down. All right, there you go. We're at VWAP. Now we just need to break it. If it comes back, that shows a lot of strength. We got to hold tight to that risk. Yeah, it's not looking like she was wanting to break. Looking like she keep trying to hold until the SPY wants to break out, but that's just what I'm seeing from the volume collection. Hanging out, doing the same old thing. And John's probably muted again.
Yep. Definitely was. My bad, man.
You're good, bro.
Honestly, I'm kind of nauseous again today, man. Like, I'm kind of worried. I'm supposed to go on vacation Sunday morning with my family, but I'm still kind of nauseous, man. It's been like 6 days.
Oh.
Didn't even drink coffee this morning. I just drank Sprite because that's the only thing I was worried coffee would make me nauseous.
All right, we got to be careful here if the SPY just starts ripping through 292.40s. Yep, gonna have to get stopped out here.
Yeah, the SPY's kind of rip it up a little bit.
Just chilling. 15-minute says still a fade on the SPY. The 15-minute has been working really well on the SPY, so I just stay pretty much put on the 15-minute. It's still bearish. 38s would be make it worrisome. 292 38s. Touch VWAP there and came right back to 27s. Let's see if it flushes through the 292 20s. If not, it should get held back above this.
Roku's flushing down at least, so we'll see what we get here. Trying to give it some time.
All right, guys. Squeezed out there. It is what it is.
Don't stress it, brother. Tomorrow's a new
It
day.
is what it is. Went from a really great week to not the best week. Only up 200 for the week. Just been I've been working overnights the last 2 nights and not here for the open, missing fades, and then taking trades that are just not it. Trades later on in the day when I usually make an early move. Got to stick to those early moves, early trades. Those are what I'm good at. Is what it is. Very easily, if I would have stuck to my plans and would have been here early, LJPC would have been the stock that I would have been looking at because it gapped up again after having a bunch of weekdays. And you could see that one faded nicely. It's actually at an important level now, but I'm just going to go ahead and let it go. CVM, definitely the top trader of the week. Made over $600 on this one symbol. Should have stuck with it. Should have kept playing it. I've been playing it beautifully and went away from it the last 2 days and 2 red days. So just goes to teach you sometimes when it's working, you got to milk that well. CVM was definitely giving me all it could give me. Just kind of took my eyes off of it. Missed the fade yesterday And today, just didn't get this VWAP bounce. Saw it go down to 806, 807, but not to the 805 or $8 mark where the VWAP was for the VWAP bounce play, but it was there at least.
Yeah, man, don't stress it. Next week's a new week, man. You know, you did well. You still ended in the green, brother. So
Yeah, still green. Just trying to start expanding this, trying to get this account to start, getting some good profits here.
yeah,
But all right, that's gonna do it.
later, brother.
All right, you guys take it easy.
All right, well, we're still here. And I'm still in Roku, AMD, and Roku and AMD. I scaled into AMD. I got 400 shares, I think now. No, 350. So I scaled into 350 shares of AMD. Gonna look for a flush down to the $0.50 and just do kind of a quick scalp trade. With Roku, I mean, it's already broken down pretty nicely, so it's not a bad little 50 share gain. And so we'll see. I'm just looking for it to really break down and break under this low at 91.75 is the goal. You know, we want to see Roku break that low of the day, 91.75. Should give us a much bigger winner if it does that. AMD, like I said, we're just going to look for a flush down to the $0.50 maybe. Got 350, so not a bad position in it so far. All right, well, the SPY's pulling up to test these previous highs again. Not looking great here. AMD, we'll see what happens with it. I mean, at this point, Roku, like I said, today's kind of been just a little bit of a coin flip day. I mean, it hasn't been great, hasn't been terrible. Just, so-and-so. This is my full list of trades today. And so, I mean, we'll see, Like I said, with Roku, we really want to see this previous low of the day break at 91.75. If we can get that break, that would be lovely. All right, so the SPY, we did get a nice rejection there. Nice rejection there. And with Roku, I mean, I might as well start to take profits in this, right? I mean, I'm already made $25 with 50 shares. I feel like I probably should take profits here. So I took half off of Roku, and then I'm just going to let the rest kind of work here. With AMD, I mean, my average is like 58, and so I'm only 7 cents away from my average, so it's still a little bit too early to tell with AMD. I think that this 75 level is a solid risk. Alright, we got the SPY bouncing back up here, which might be bad for AMD, we'll see. It might be bad for my trade specifically. Really might be good for AMD. AMD might spike up here. But it all depends. The SPY is looking strong, and the SPY looks like it's about to break that previous high. And so it looks like AMD might spike up here, honestly. So let's see. So, yeah. SPY is getting awfully close to that previous high break. And, you know, this one kind of has the reflection of that right here on AMD. And so AMD kind of already did. But still could get rejected, but you just got to play it pretty safe here. Like I said, I made about $200 yesterday, and so if this trade doesn't work out and I lose 30, 40, 50 bucks on the day, I think I'll live. Yeah, there's the SPY break. And so not great for AMD, probably about to squeeze up. Kind of the same thing SQ did as well. Alright, so I'm actually really liking AMD now. I might actually add 50 shares to it now that the SPY turned back here. Alright. I added 50 more shares, 400 shares at this point. Like I said, I'm going to probably maintain that 75 risk. The SPY turned around, so going to maintain that still even, that small risk of a few cents. What's up, Valores? Nothing, man. Running the stream a little bit late. The stream's going on a little bit late today. Kind of a coin flip day. I mean, hasn't been a great day. Hasn't been a terrible day. Losing day, but not by much. Made a few $100 yesterday, and so whatever this is, it's going to be minor. SPY turning back all the way back around, so this is kind of why I wanted to add to AMD here, is because the SPY just completely turned around, and so even, I mean, I might even hold it a little bit past, I don't know. The SPY is just diving right now. The SPY is just tanking, and so AMD subsequently should drop, but stocks sometimes aren't exact sciences like that. Look at the SPY turn around here. I mean, I'll give it the chance. Yeah, I'm also in Roku here. Alright, look at the SPY start to dive here, guys. So this really ideally should be good for my trade. My average is about 60, so not a bad average. Only about 8 cents away from that. And if the SPY just tanks here, then this should be good. For all of us, it seems. Yeah, there goes Roku here. My little 25 shares. I'm letting those work. Look at the SPY tank here, though, guys. This is great. So this should be great. It honestly should work out really well now. The SPY is just diving here. Should be great for it should be great for Roku up here, which is broke the low of the day just now, and it should be great for AMD as well. I mean, it's not an exact science, but you know, if the SPY is really weak, by that logic, some of these mid and high cap stocks should be pretty weak as well. It's alright, yeah. I mean, I know I'm holding like 25 shares of Roku, but I've been trading this one for the last hour or so. And I made, let me see. Yeah, I made $30 from it already with a few shares, so. We got the break. There we go. There we go. All right. I'm going to get out of Roku here. I'm just holding 25 shares. I mean, it's just a little baby trade. All right, so with AMD here, I mean, we're still technically green, but it's getting pretty close. And like I said, with the SPY dropping as much as it did, this should be good for my trade. It's got a lot of highs now. We want to see it come all the way back down to these lows at 50. 30.50, I'll take profits. Yeah, just got 400 shares of AMD. Let's just hope this holds now for AMD. Yeah, that's true, and that's right around my risk. The biggest problem with this trade is probably I got in a little bit too early, but it's okay. I mean, it just depends. This level might hold, this 65 level, and so that's what we want to see. Is we want to see it hold under that, and we definitely want to see it hold under 70 if it doesn't hold 65. And so you got this solid level here that we want to see hold, and that's kind of what we're looking at. I mean, it's got a lot more levels. And so we'll see. We'll give it time. I mean, either way, the day is so break even that I'm okay. I think regardless of what happens, made a few $100s yesterday. I'll try to make a video about today and yesterday's trades as well. All right, SPY's still looking really weak. SPY's testing the lows here. So all these things should be good to drag AMD down. But I mean, really, if you think about it, AMD is a Chinese company, correct? I don't know. So AMD is a U.S. company. All right, so the market should affect AMD as well. Alright, and yeah, I mean, I traded SQ. I got faked out of that one, and so it's just kind of been I mean, it's a day where I'm proud of myself because I'm not getting, like, super emotional about any of it, I'm not, like, if I lose 40, $50 today, I think I'll be alright, I made a few hundred, like, my account, let me see, my full account here is at... I'm at $375 in the profits in this account. And so I'm slowly building it up. I had a good day yesterday. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to try to keep building it up. Small-time swings aren't going to affect me. My goal is just to make a few thousand and get a withdrawal from them. That's kind of the next step. Yes. Now there's 63, a little bit better. Maybe I should have held Roku. Look at that breakdown, man. That little breakdown would have made me a lot more, even with my small share size. Now there's 62s, definitely looking a lot better now. Ultimately, we just want to see a big break here, break down to 40, ideally, is the goal. If we can get 40, that would be great. All right, Sid. Later, brother. Now there's 60. Here we go. Got a little bit. Let's see if we get a breakdown to 50. I'd like 50. All right, I'm going to take 150 off there. Got about 250 left. Let me go ahead and take one more 100 off here. All right, and I got $150, 150 shares left to actually let it test this low is what I'm doing now. But yeah, I mean, that was the ideal break down to about the $0.50. Not too shabby, I'll take it. Only got 150 shares left, and I can hold the rest, essentially break even if I want to. It's probably going to bounce here, thinking about it, though. This is like the most obvious level for this thing to bounce, and so if it stays in a range, it's almost certainly going to bounce right here. You know what? I will take most of this off, and I'm just going to hold 75 shares, and I'm just going to set a stop loss and probably just close the stream down. The stream's going a little bit too long. I don't really feel the greatest this morning, to be honest. And so I'm not really feeling super hot right now. And so I'll probably just set a stop loss and just set a stop loss for break even on the rest and just be done for the day. So not a terrible day, not a great day. Here's my position log so you guys can see. Yeah, this is my position log on the day. So not too bad. I mean, I'll take it. Appreciate it, WL. Thanks, man. All right, guys. Have a good night. Or have a good weekend. I should have a few videos out as long as I'm feeling better. And so, yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And, yeah, I should have a few videos out. So thanks for watching, guys. Good luck. I'll see you.